What's good, guys? I'm about to show you the only fantastic guide you're going to need to climb and master this character. Let's begin. So, assuming you already know what your moves do, I'm going to give a quick brief down is that his primary punch is a 15-meter range thing, and then he gets charged every time he lands, 100%. He goes big, and then he gets, I believe, a 10 range on the dime, and it's a lot more damage, and he slows on every punch. Now, your damage works in strange ways, because I can also just look up and then swing my arm down to do damage. Don't forget this, because I can do this and then just swing it this way. A lot of people think Fantastic doesn't do a lot of damage just because of his punch not doing too much, but that's because he can just do this and then wipe the entire board, and he'll do damage to everyone. This also applies to his big form, and you can wipe, 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 and it does an insane amount of damage. It's great. And now for his E, it looks like it is a 14-meter range point and click, which makes it very, very easy to do. You point, you click, you bounce, you knock back. It lost its slow, but you did just get a buff for damage, which is making this character insanely strong right now. That's why I gotta pick him up. And it doesn't just like do the damage. What you could do is you could actually miss it. If I look that way, I'm gonna hit that way. If I look at him, I'm gonna do damage and knock him back that way. So a good way to always do it is if you have a teammate right here, just always give them shield and then face that way. If someone's diving them, give your teammate shield and then knock back the other guy. Because doing this doesn't do damage, the end knockback does. So if you shield your teammate at the same time as doing damage, then you're getting the maximum reward for using your E twice. Now what's nice about this right click is if I miss it, I can still get 30 charge for it, which is very forgiving, and I feel like it shouldn't be that way. But it's also a ground. So if I do this, it's a ground. And what you want to do as well is you want to jump back, because it just creates more of a room instead of doing this. I just killed him. Doing this, it's not his distance. He comes over there, and let's see if I jump do the same distance. He comes a lot more from there to here. Go backwards while you do it. And let's say you're on the ledge. It's great if you're on the ledge. Let me go to Devil Dinosaur over here and swap his character. It's great for ledges, because if the ledge is there, you can bring them down, and they also have to use a resource to get up. It's a great thing, and the character does matter. Like if you're grabbing Groot, he won't go as far. If you're grabbing Cap, he go flying because it goes with momentum. So let's just say that, and I grab him. I jump, I look backwards. He goes all the way over me into my team. It's like kind of like a subtle hook, and he's grounded. It's kind of like a subtle hook, and then if he tries to fly, I could always just do this, and then boom, he's knocked back again. And then this, by the time, my damage is just there to be there. Your team is going to eat this man alive. It's not going to be safe for them. So that's kind of how you want to use your right click. And another tip to use your right click is if I'm in the middle of battle and I'm really, really close to death, I'm like, whew, I need to get big. Do not right click your enemy. That takes too much time. You're big, you will literally prolong getting big if you right click the enemy. You don't want to right click the enemy. Let me show you real quick. If I right click the enemy, it took a while to get big. What I suggest doing, not right-clicking like that, because this takes forever, and they might dash, and then you might miss your other hand, and then you won't get big, and then you'll literally die. What I suggest, if you're getting overrun, and you're about to hit 100, I would do this. Your ground. You would hit the ground with the right-click, because it is the fastest thing possible, because your arm's immediately coming back, so you immediately come big, and then you boom, you're at 700 HP. You're instantly big. You're instantly big. And another tip is the fact that, hold on, if I am big, I'm doing my stuff. The last second, this actually coming down takes a while and may ruin your pattern attack. So instead of doing that and waiting the entire time, I'd say do your attacks, and the last second, go small yourself, and then boom, it's routine. It makes it a lot more smoother to going into your next attack, so you don't have to wait for you actually getting smaller, or you can go like this and then midway you go small, because the timer doesn't wait for you. It immediately makes you small again, and then boom, you're in the enemy backline and you're small, and you're just gonna get shredded by literally anyone on that team. Now, if your ultimate, I'm sure you already know this, is just 6 bounces as long as you land the first 3. So you have to land the first 3 bounces, or you miss it and you're not big anymore, and then you fucked up your ultimate and you might die. But the first 3 are always free, so don't worry about that. And then the next until 6, and it's ramping damage. So you really want to make sure you're landing all of them, because then it's just a lot of damage. And nobody really expects this from Fantastic, because the last punch really, really hurts. And nobody's like, dude, it's Fantastic ult, who cares? But sometimes they get support ults out because the last 2 bounces make them panic like crazy. They don't see the first 2 damage, and then the last 2 damage hit them like nuts. But you can also be under the roof, and then you'll bounce like crazy. You'll waste no time. You'll waste no time going up and down, up and down, up and down. You'll immediately shred the enemy. And people are terrified of this. I would be too. Because the first damage already does 70, and then it's 140. It's insane amount of damage. Boing, boing. Those first 2 were instant. First 2 were instant damage. You do have to keep track of it because, you know, you might fuck it up. But doing that is great source of damage, and it's a lot more surprising than going like this. Whoop, whoop. Well, it gives the enemy team a lot more time to react, a lot more time to patty cake in between. So you kind of want to avoid ults like that unless you're trying to just bait them out. What I also do is if I'm trying to bait out a support ult, I would use this first bounce, I would edge up, and then I would use the third bounce to get out. This isn't really as effective as getting inside of a room and doing it, but it is a way of doing it. Is entering with 1 bounce, edging with the second bounce, and just leaving the third bounce entirely. And then if you can get more, just try to get it on the line. The direct impact obviously does more damage. It's just not optimal. I suggest just trying to get a big ultimate in a big room. But this also works because Mr. Fantastic is loud. He is loud. I've gotten multiple people panic because he just goes, oh! So I think this is a great ultimate. It's a sleeper ultimate. People don't give enough credit to this ultimate to play. So let's go up here to the tank. Let's say this is my tank. And we're fighting over here. I'm behind him. I'm doing this. And let's say it's a strange and he's shielding. What I want to do is I want to get my big form. And once his shield is down, that's kind of when I want to get big. So he can get a break and then I'll step in. And it'll just be enough time so I can tag out and then my strange is ready to go again. And that's the perfect way to help your tank run them down. Just so he can get, you know, some of the slack off his back because he's already taken so much damage. With the addition of Devil Dino going through Strange's shield, making him really hard to frontline. So you have to like give him a little bit of help. You're kind of like a pseudo tank. That's how you have to play when there's a tank right next to you. And let me talk about the DPS. Now, let's say you have a DPS over here. You want to, and if it's a poke battle, you want to give them shield. You give them shield, and then you reach for them just to ground them. I would never step out of your line to try to get in there because you don't know where your teammate's head is at. So if you do E in there, I don't have enough range to E back. It might be dangerous because that teammate can step back. That teammate can lose the trade. You don't know what can happen to that teammate. That teammate can get literally punished, like Bucky hooked or whatever. So you always want to look at your surroundings before you E in because that could also leave you to death if you're not in range. Now with supports, it's almost identical. This time, you do want to step a little bit forward and get a little bit of the attention. It's like, hey, dude, look, shoot at me, bro. I'm punching you at the same time as shielding your teammate. This time you have a support. Support's are overloaded as hell. I would say you could E in, but don't overdo it. Like, if I'm diving somebody and it's a Punisher, do not E in because he'll just flip his gun. Absolutely shotgun blast you. But with the support, it's a little bit more lenient because they can just perma heal you. Now, this is how we play our little form. We just saw how to play with our tank form, but if you want to play by yourself, this is what you have to do. See, if we're pushing the payload and the corner is right there, you want to get the big form without them seeing literally anything. You don't want them to show your E, you don't want to show your right click, you don't want to show your punches, you want to be as hidden as possible. So when you turn this corner, you surprise them by being huge, because this damage, absolutely unexpected. That's 2 hits. That character has a fuck ton of HP. So when I try to push the payload, I try to get big without the enemy team knowing. Now, let's get out of the range, and I'm going to rate the characters that are best to play with. Then I'm going to rate the characters that are worst to play against. And what is the best to play against. Let's begin. Now we got the synergy. Now I'm going to start from the bottom this time, and we're just going to do just mid player under yourself. We're going to go from left to right, and we're just going to get through all of them. With the first one is Adam Warlock. I'm instantly putting just mid player on yourself. You have way too much HP to be playing around this guy. You have way too much HP. The soul bond does not help you out because you're just huge. Doesn't do enough healing. Adam is a great compatibility support with people with 250 HP because you click 250 HP. You click 250 HP on someone that has more than that, they don't get their HP bar and they fucking die. So that's why I don't think he's great. With Angela now, I think he is meh. The reason why I say he's meh is because if usually we have a solo tank and then you have a fantastic. Running double tank and then fantastic cuts the damage in half. That's why I usually tank fantastic or tank fantastic and then a great DPS, or I just don't run the fantastic if we have two tanks. The reason why I say meh is because she's not in the front line. She's not in the front line. I'm in the front line and she's not. So when Angela goes in and tries to do the thing, I can't help her out. That's the whole entire thing with Mr. Fantastic. He's supposed to be a little helper with anybody that's trying to go around. I can't help her out. She kind of dies, and then I also die in the front line because I'm not strong enough. Black Cat, mid, play around yourself. This is kind of self-explanatory. She's a dive. I'm not. Way too fast. I can't catch up. BP, on the other hand, this is meh. The reason why I say this is meh is because BP actually is very, very quick, comes right back, and when they try to punish BP, he's usually in between our team and their team. So this is where we play the game. When Fantastic and BP is trying to escape from the front line, if he can't escape from the back line, he comes here, and then it becomes like a certain wall for him. And then he comes right back around when he gets his cooldowns up, and it creates a little bit of synergy of in and out, in and out, in and out. Black Cat is just too independent. You can't really do anything off of her. She always is just somewhere else in La La Land because of how many abilities she has. I mean, like, this is explanatory. I should have made another list and just say don't play with this character. This character's shit. I don't know why this character's still in the game. This character needs a rework. It's the most annoying thing getting hit by the kick and dying instantly. It's the most annoying thing playing her because she does nothing. This character needs a rework. I'm sorry. Now, Blade on the other hand. You'd be surprised? This is good plays. Good plays. With anti-heal on multiple targets when you spin, because I can do that, as a Blade Lord and a Fantastic Lord, it's great. It is great. When you anti-heal multiple people, and then Mr. Fantastic comes swiping in half of them, it's great damage, and they're all anti-healed, so the supports are working overtime to deal with you. Cap, this is actually a good place as well, just because Cap can also frontline. It's like Angela, but that can frontline. It's really good to play off of Cap because he's usually in a spot where you can grab and then bounce on the enemies, and that's more damage than your usual just Angela trying to help. This is a good support. Cloak, man, not the best. Not the best support to play with. It's great to play in that bubble with just how much great healing it is. Other than that, not too much going on with her. The Discord Orb, Zenyatta. The Discord Wall is pretty good, but it's good on anyone, so I can't really, like nitpick and say that. The very good synergy, and the only reason why I put that is because Elsa is the only character you could probably pick, but you have two tanks because of how much damage she does. So you can have two tanks, Mr. Fantastic, and then Elsa, just because of how much damage she does, and then she also has Overshield. It's basically like the Overshield god. So you got a Strange with the Invis team up. You got the Thing just holding shift, boom, like shield, Fantastic shield, Elsa shield. There's a lot of shield going around in this game right now, and that's why it's very good synergy. It's not really so much on Fantastic being busted. It's kind of also just being insanely good. Must play Emma. Must play. When they play Emma, it's so much easier because I yoink them, she grabs them, she kicks them in the wall, I knock them back, and then we start to slow them. It's insane. Must play with Daredevil. Instinct, he's a brawler assassin that just gets overshield as well. If you keep him up, the fight will be yours. The fight will literally be yours. You give him so much shield, he gets so much shield himself, and it's just busted. This character's busted this season. It's kind of just like, kind of fell into that. Now Deadpool, all three. Wow, this character is just like not too good overall right now. I'm gonna be honest. Fantastic's actually really good. It's not the best. Seriously, it's not the best. The Deadpool has to be going crazy. Tankpool is very good. Tankpool is very, very good. But just the other two, they're just so bad. I don't like they outweigh the tank so much. Strange, good, very good synergy. He blocks, you block. When Strange needs a rest, you're big usually. So when you deflate, Strange usually has a shield back up. Very good synergy. In and out, in and out, in and out. But in tank this form. Gambit, must play. You're boosh, 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 boosh. This is an obvious. Everyone's busted with Gambit. Literally everybody. Groot, great. But everybody's great with Groot. So your 6 ults will land. And it can kill through support ults if y'all time something on your 6 bounce. It can kill support ults. So don't think it can't. Groot, also great. In and out, in and out. Groot needs to, wait for his wall to come back up. You're big. Usually that can, stall enough time. Use shift, and then he can wall you. It's great synergy. Great synergy. Hawkeye, not the best. Just because you're not really doing anything for him. He's not really doing anything for you other than just, getting kills. It's nothing to do with Fantastic. It's more just, he plays for himself. You play for yourself. But if they do dive him, the only reason why it's not an adjustment to play around yourself is because they dive Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a priority. So if Venom dives Hawkeye, boing, boing, you can usually self-peel other than his little dagger because there's usually more than one person. Against Hulk, it's good. Against Cap, it's good. Against Venom, it's good. So that's the reason why it's not the best. Hela is very good synergy. And it's the same reason why with Elsa. Because that she just does insane damage. So you could run 2 tanks, Fantastic Hela. Kind of the same thing going on with Phoenix. Hold on, let me just put her there so we don't forget about her. These 3, same scenario. They only do well with you with 2 tanks because of just the amount of damage they do. They can't really get dove, so I'm not going to bring that argument up. Hulk, very good synergy. He goes in, you go in with him. He goes out, you go out with him. You have 2 charges, beautiful damage. You're big, he bubbles you, you go shield him, and then when you're out, you shift. Great synergy. Do not play with this torch. Do not play with the torch. You can play Fantastic, but it's exhausting trying to play with the torch. Nothing really happens. It's whatever. Very good synergy. Inviswoman. Very good synergy. You slow, she slows, you slow, you shields, she blocks, you block. It's kind of the same thing. They're literally married. Come on. They're gonna be good together. Iron Fist, very good. And the reason why it's better than Blade is just because he does more damage than Blade. He just does more than Blade. He does the same thing as Blade, but he does more. That's why it's very good plays, and not just good plays. Iron Man, just same thing with Torch. Just play around yourself. Not the best. Jeff, let me just move these 2, and these 2 just stay here. We don't talk about these 2 characters at all. Good plays just because of the lamp. You are invincible in your big form when he puts the lamp down. It's so busted. It's really good. Very good plays with Snow, just because Snowflake, you're big. It's just wow, you are unstoppable. If you get Mr. Fantastic to be like Thanos, it's kind of GG's just because you can't kill him. And it does insane damage. You kind of have to just suffer whatever's going on, unless you have to pick Wolf or Iron Fist, and Fantastic also has counters to that. He can also counteract that with his shift, because they're all reactable. You can react to everything in this game. That's the beauty of it. Magic, just not the best. I guess when you guys brawl, you guys can play together, but she's kind of an assassin. Don't really do it. Must play with the Mag. Mag Fantastic, and then Mag 3 DPS, 2 supports. That's probably the best comp, I think so far. That's the best comp I've ever played with, ever. It's so good. Mantis, meh, not the best. The Ultimate, sure, just whatever. It's not the best. It's the same thing with Cloak. It's just, she doesn't do much for you. You don't do much for her, other than just peel her. Moon Knight. Good plays. And the reason why it's not a very good synergy is because he is so easily killed. It's not the same as Phoenix, Hela, or Elsa. It's not the same because that dude dies instantly. He is huge. He's a huge target, and he has for his grapple, it's more like just a double jump on top of his double jump. He's got 2 double jumps, so a quadruple jump. It's not the best. I'll admit it. He's too big. He gets hit too easily. Namor. I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much, but it's in very good synergy just because it's the thing with, that scared the shit out of me. It's the same thing with, what is it? Elsa, Phoenix, Hela. It's the same thing. Consistent damage, beautiful damage. It's great. Penny, don't play around her, play around yourself. I'm not going to get into it with Penny. Psylocke, same thing. Just mid, play around yourself. She doesn't really frontline at all. Punisher, good place. Good plays, and he kind of suffers the same fate as Moon Knight. That dude is wide. Punisher is wide. And when he ults, it's great because you can block ults like Magneto. It's very easy to block it. Just don't stand too close because it'll hit you on the head and then the splash damage will kill the ally. So don't do that. Rocket. This is a good play, surprisingly. This is a good place. It's better than Mantis with his damage amp just because his kit, he gets to fly around. He has insane mobility, insane survivability. Surprisingly more than Mantis. And I don't know why, because Mantis is feeling kind of weak. I wish she would get a buff. I love my girl Mantis, but she's not that strong. Rocket, damage amp, great. Escape, great. And then he can also E to you. Rogue, must play. Rogue is a must play. Oh my god, I love playing with Rogue. I love playing with a good rogue. Let me specify. The bad rogue, you lose instantly because they just die. They don't know how to control themselves. But a good rogue, oh my god. It's like a better version of the Hulk. It's like a better version of the Hulk. Just play around yourself. Like anybody in the bottom, like you don't really see them much other than Black Cat. It's just not really good to play with her. But like you don't really see that crew so much. Spider-Man, meh, not the best. You make space in the front, he makes space in the back. I guess that's where you can reconvene and like scissor in the middle. But other than that, it's not too much. Squirrel Girl, play around yourself. Play around yourself. Star-Lord, it actually has good plays. While you're big and he's eating, it's so much damage and it's so much AoE damage, it creates a lot of panic inputs in the team because you are huge. Your hitbox is huge and Star-Lord is nimble. They can't really, they have to pick and they have to focus. Just because two people are doing insane amount of damage at once and they're not the only two. So it's a great combo. Must play. Storm is a must play with Fantastic. Must play with Fantastic. It's beautiful comp. I love playing with Storm because the speed boost, the damage boost, it helps me get in, out, and she does great damage herself. The only thing that lacks Uster is she's not a great character alone. So if this was a reverse tier list, Storm wouldn't be too high just because of a character she is. Now the thing, for being in the same family, not the best. For being in the same family, there's no shield. It's rough with no shield, and the thing is huge, unlike Rogue, and Rogue has a lot of mobility. The thing is kind of just a fucking hunk of rock. Literally. Thor, same thing. No shield. It does kind of suffers the same thing Angela does, except he's slower. When Thor tries to go do his thing, Fantastic can't really do his thing, and it just creates a lot of unorganized plays. Just play around yourself. Ultron. Just play a different DPS at this point, because if you have two healers and one of them's Ultron, you're not going to get the healing you need to like live and do anything. Venom, not the best. Same thing. These three, all of these three, this four. Actually, you play with the thing. These three, they're doing their own thing. They are doing their own thing too much for you to help them. That's why I don't like it. They are doing their own thing. You're doing your own thing. It's not good synergy. But with Bucky, it is good plays, and I'll put it right above, where did I put him? I'll put him right above Loki. I'll actually organize it right now. I'll put him right above Cap as well, because of the damage he does. It's not enough as Elsa and Namor, hello. But it's great just because of the hook, because you slow them, you knock them back, you snare them, you pull them, you ground them, you do all sorts of type of things. The king of overshield is right there. Just might as well give him more of it. It's great. Wolf, not the best. I'm gonna say not the best, but it's actually like it could. I was tempted to put it in good plays just because you can also block them when he grabs, but it's still just whatever. White Fox, good plays. This is good plays because when you're big and then you get a shield on top of it, it's beautiful. Because White Fox, if you didn't know this, she does great damage. She does great damage, and she does great heals in her Fox form. I'm gonna say white form. I don't know what that means. And then the most recent character, Dino, I don't have enough input. I'm gonna put him there because I don't have enough input. I haven't played with this dude long enough, so I can't tell you. But this is the synergy list. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments. Now let's start with the people you should avoid. You should avoid Punisher. This guy deletes you. Oh, nom, nom. Every shotgun blast tears a piece of your soul. It hurts so much. Moon Knight, hard matchup just because he's huge and a little bit slower than Punisher is, and not that crazy burst damage as that shotgun is. The shotgun is just too good. They are literally identical to me. Storm, light to counter but work. She's just in the back line. You have to get to her So whatever. Hard matchup. I'm gonna say Jeff, just because you can never get to him. You can never get to him, and every time you punch, the dude can go in the water. It is pretty bad. It's actually pretty bad. Never mind. But hard matchup is Loki as well. But it's not as hard as people think it is. It is a annoying matchup to deal with, but in your big form, you can hit the above lamp, and then you can hit the low guy, and you'll destroy everything at once. But what's nice about enemy Lokis is you're allowed to grab enemy decoys, but you're not allowed to grab ally decoys for some reason, and I don't know why. It's probably because you can't shield them. But it's free charge, it's free save, and it'd be fantastic. Hard matchup, surprisingly. It's surprisingly hard because nobody dies. He doesn't die, you die. Someone on the outer like has to do something. Oh, hard matchup, Snow. Fast, good damage, good sustain, all that to say. Cap, light to counter, but it still work because if you don't counter him, he will get what he wants. But if you do counter him, you'll get what you want, and it's a little bit easier to deal with than other dives. Magneto, easy pickings. This is a floating hunk of metal, and he doesn't do anything. He just kind of sits there and takes it. So if in the front line and you're in the front line, you kind of devours the HP bar. He doesn't really do the same. He could bubble himself, but that means he just wasted a bubble if you have a wolf. He kind of dies in a second. This is an avoid. I hate trying to hit the Star-Lord. You can catch them easy, but this dude's a fly. A good Star-Lord, never gonna get caught by you. Hard matchup, I'm gonna have to go with Hulk. Even if you could chain CC him, yours is pretty, like, very obvious to counter, because once you got the first hand, he's probably gonna bubble your second hand, and then you're gonna grab nothing. Daredevil, like to counter, but easy pickings. But work, sorry. If you don't counter him, he will win the game. So, do counter him, please. Your team needs you to counter this guy. You are the anti-dive. Please, for the love of God, shield your teammate, deal with this guy, or he will win the game. Gambit, I fucking hate Gambit. I hate Gambit so much against it. I love playing with one. I hate going against one. Movement, anti-heal. And when you're anti-healed in their big form, I'm just gonna say, you'll evaporate, you'll atomize, you'll turn into dust, you'll blink your eyes, and then your eyes will fall into the dust pile. Don't do it! Don't do it! Just don't be a hero. Hard matchup. Emma. And the reason why I say Emma is because if you're big form, how the fuck is she gonna miss her grab? There are ways to counter it. There are ways to counter it. But you have to predict them. Unless she's max range. Now, free LP, Ultron, not enough healing. It's not enough healing for the enemy team. You'll just cut through all of them. You'll cut through all of them. It's too free. It's actually too free. Like to counter, but it still work. You have to deal with the walls, and you have to deal with it. You have to deal with the walls, and you have to deal with so much HP. Excuse me. Other than that, it's not too much. You can really parry its ultimate, because it's very telegraphed. If you've played Genji against Zarya, you can actually kind of tell when she's going to grab. It's the same way when he's going to ult. You could and then block it and hopefully save her team with it. This is easy pickings. She doesn't do enough damage for you. Her movement ability, it's very, very obvious to see where she's going. She's slow, sluggish, no damage, nothing. Like, she's nothing. That character's useless. If you're losing to Scarlet Witch, please resign. Easy pickings. Gorgle, same thing. She's huge, doesn't do a lot of damage, very telegraphed. She takes out a big fucking nut for fuck's sake, and then if you get hit by that, that's on you. Other than that, it should be easy pickings. Like to counter, same thing. She kind of like is the same thing with Cap. You deal with her, you get her done, but if you do able to get what she wants, she will end the game. Free LP, Iron Man. This dude does nothing to you. This guy actually does nothing with you. Easy pick, free LP, Black Widow. I mean, that's obvious. Phoenix, avoid. Actually, hard matchup. I'm gonna say hard matchup just because of she kind of gets caught. She has a flight ability, but it's not like your cooldowns are going anywhere. Like, you'll use your E and then you'll use your E again. She can't fly away from you because it slows you. And then her right click, you ground her. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. Torch, free LP. Free LP. Avoid Black Cat. This is the only character I've actually been struggling on trying to catch, but that's probably because of recency. Adam. This is actually easy pickings. The only reason why I don't like it is because of the soulbound. You already don't do too much damage, and when it's soulbound, you really just tickle. You go tickle. And it's pretty annoying. Angela, free LP. You ground. She's slow. If you ground her twice in a row, she's fucking dead. Easy pickings. Easy pickings, Venom. You should not have too much of a problem with Venom. It is annoying when your team doesn't know how to deal with him, but if you know how to deal with him, it could help like leverage it by your team. Crazy. All right, up next, we have Dino. I actually, surprisingly, don't like going against him. So I don't, and the reason why I say I don't like going against him is because he eats you, because he does percentage damage. He does percentage damage, and it's an insane amount of damage, and it's very annoying. Now, Cloak. This should be easy pickings. She can't go into her form if she's grounded. Her ultimate, she does nothing. I'm gonna be honest. This is not a character that DPS should be struggling on, unless you're a dive character like Spider-Man or BP, just because she can heal herself. She isn't a problem because she'll kill you. She's a problem because she just does great healing. Spider-Man, unlike other dives, this is a hard matchup just because he is so free. A good Spider-Man knows how to counter everything. I am infatuated by these Spider-Man mains. They know how to counter everything. This is just more well played to Spider-Man mains. I'm a Spider-Man player myself. I can't do what they do. They do great stuff. This is light to counter, but hard, but work. And the reason why I say but work is because you actually have to pay attention. It's the same thing with Daredevil. If you don't deal with her, she'll get her way, and he'll get her way fast. Her ultimate, uncounterable. You can't counter her ultimate. Trust me, don't try to fight her on ultimate. She'll beat you. Light to counter, and the reason why it's above Spider-Man is because BP is telegraphed, Spider-Man is not. That's the same thing with Magic. They're both telegraphed. They're both really, really telegraphed. Avoid Elsa. Avoid Elsa. I can't do that. Nobody can do that, actually. Nobody. Hard matchups. It is the same way as Spider-Man. They're too free. These two are free as hell. They are too mobile. They have too much liberty. And they get to do what they want. So that's why it's a little dangerous going against these two. And Penny, this should be easy pickings. I don't really struggle with Penny. I don't think anybody struggles with the Penny. Just shoot the nest. And if you can't shoot the nest, swap and then get to the point because she's usually only good at 1 point on each map. Other than that, this should be easy pickings. Hawkeye. This could be bad or this could be good. If he's just cheating, the best player in the world, obviously it's bad. But that doesn't mean he's a fantastic counter. That means he's an everybody counter. You have a lot of HP. So if you run 3 tanks, 3 supports, you can actually run this guy down. As in 3 tanks as replaced with a fantastic because he does great damage. Deadpool. This is just easy pickets. This guy can't live. You don't do 200 damage. His passive can't proc. You should just kill him when he's grounded. He can't double jump, nothing. Easy pickets. Strange. You can E through his shield. So he'll immediately grounded. So if he goes up in the air and he tries to block everybody, you'll ground him. And if he tries to ult, you'll shift. If he tries to swear up with you, you'll out damage him. Pretty easy character overall. Easy pickets, Invis-Woman. And I'm like, how is easy pickets for Invis-Woman? Everyone struggles with this character. You go through shield. You pierce through shield. That's what's great. Your big hand goes through shield. It's just beautiful. Hard matchup, Blade. You're huge. You're huge. You get anti, you die. Huge anti, you die. Hard matchup, Hela. Just insane amount of damage. Unlike Elsa, she doesn't have that much movement. Elsa goes woo, woo, weave, 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 weave. And it's a big problem for Fantastic. But unlike Hela, she kind of just does it once and then you catch up to her. Hard matchup, Fox. She does a lot of fucking damage. She hurts a lot and then she can escape. But a good thing is that you shield pierce. So that's a bonus. A lot of supports can't really powder cake against you. Mantis, hard matchup. You're sleeping in that big form. Say goodbye to your life, alright? You're sleeping while you're that huge. Your head, boom, you're gone. You're actually gone. Thor. This should be light to counter, but if you do not do it, he might actually dominate the game. So keep a track. Keep track on this Thor, or he might dominate the game. I mean, this is just free LP. No DPS should be struggling on that, other than like a BP, just because he's like this big. Easy pickings. The King of Overshield actually dies to the other King of Overshield. He is the Prince of Overshield. Fantastic is the King of Overshield. Namor, which is kind of funny. It's free LP. The dude doesn't do enough damage. He doesn't. He really doesn't do enough damage. Now this guy, get him out. This guy, he is surprisingly in hard matchup. Thing is on hard matchup, and the reason why is because you can't eat. You can't eat and it's grounded, and it really stalls your big form out, and then he can just throw haymaker at you, and it's bad. But yeah, this is going to be the ultimate guide for today. If you have any disagreements, if you have any agreements, if you liked something and you didn't like something, please let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys tomorrow.